Thank you so much for staying tuned. Edo State and some other states, like, getting set for by-elections for Edo State come August 16. Edo Central will go to the poll, while Biafra constituency also will go to the poll come 16th of August 2025. Just barely a month or two. Okay, fine. Just say a month and some days. A month and some days from today. When we're talking about this, our news crew went around seeking opinions. You get to hear that our political parties are saying they are set. And of course, some are saying, please, the umpire should ensure that this election is free, fair, and of course, credible. That seems to be their fear. I still have my analysts with me in the studio. They'll be sharing their opinions and of course their thoughts about this particular election. Let's get to know the heart of Edo citizens. Let me start off from you, Joshua, as a legal practitioner. Come 16th of August, Edo State, the Central, and of course of Biafra constituency will go into the polls to elect new senator and of course new House of Rep member. What do you feel about this arrangement to start off with?
It is. I think it is the needful that ought to be done because of the fact that those positions are actually vacant by virtue of the governor of Edo State and his deputy who were actually occupying those positions. But however, the politics is from the grassroots level. You understand, and the way Edo State is at the moment, APC has actually taken over everywhere. But let us not, put our mind and let it look as if maybe it should scare other, people who wants to actually contest in that in election. You understand? So they should actually be encouraged to come out to contest for that election, no matter or the case as the case may be. But again, you can see the spectators, the sports people who are actually committed. Everybody's pushing their direction towards, APC and. That should send a clear message. When it comes to Edo State politics, I really don't know what to say. Edo is shining, so I really don't know what to. You said Edo is shining. So I really don't know what to say a lot. But I think they should be avenue. That being said, they should be avenue for free. Credible election, in as much as JPC is in the end of our affair.
Yes. Interesting. I mean, you heard him. Edo is shining. People like this election. Is it election or selection, or which is it?
Thank you. I will not want to use the word that I needed to use because I'm on. But election in this country, that was the first question. Let me ask, do we really have election? You see, in this case, there will be an election. But the truth remains the same. It's a one-way traffic thing. It's going to be the game of the All Progressive Congress, both at the senatorial level for the Edo Central and at that of the Ovia.
Why would you say that? We have a political party.
Yes.
We have an ADC right now.
Good. So
we have Labour. We have other parties.
Where the game is just going to be all APC now. Now, Honorable Sergius have taken the tickets. Have gone to purchase the tickets of the for the senatorial seat with ADC. Mind you, Honorable Sergius was in LP. Before now, he was in PDP. Now, LP, somebody else may just also come out and pick the ticket as well. Then PDP, somebody will still come out and pick the ticket. And you want to contest with a ruling party. Now, the other votes that needed to have come together as one, you have divided them into three parts. So how do you expect? It's a common mathematics. How do you expect to win? A sitting governor, that was his former seat. Now he's the current governor. And he has attracted so many things to that Edo Central since he resumed office. Now he's still on board. Now you want to contest his own party. Probably the person he's bringing is his own anointed person. And he will go there and campaign with him. This is my own no.
So you're saying
this is my
chance.
own no. Now you that is supposed to come together as an opposition now to see, let us test the ADC in this election. Whatever you are going to see, though is too close, you cannot actually judge, but will be a similar case that will happen in 2027. Because since these other people are saying I'm not collapsing, but I will be here and do this, I'm not coming. That's how you are going to divide the vote to chunk. And which would not mean anything. Why they say when the broom are together, it's difficult to break. But when you bring out one single stick, it's easier to break. See, similarly, now ADC now, which is to say this just now supposed to have given weight to the LP, you have gone to ADC. LP will still bring out one person. The PDP originally, that is their aborigine. The Edo Central. Surely, they're going to fly somebody. How do you split these 3 votes against the ruling party?
Okay.
Then you now come to the Ovia. In fact, in the Ovia case here now, even when LP was sweeping everywhere, they were still difficult to sweep Ovia because it's a rural area, not an urban area. So the level of exposure in the Ovia is quite different from the level of exposure in Oredo and in Obaka. So similar trend will also go. Now their son is from there as a deputy governor, though he's still quite doing his best, within the administration. So how do you now expect even an ADC candidate or LP candidate? Or in fact, within this Ovia, I am not able to see any PDP because the PDP we have in there, DOSAD, the one loyalist to the governor, which the one loyalist to the Dan Obi are claiming, the one are claiming that the real PDP. The one loyalist to the governor are claiming that the real PDP. So the one loyalist to the Dan Obi are actually working for the APC. So the one loyalist to the governor. So how do you know even, in fact, I don't even know how they're going to bring the tickets. Who is going to bring the ticket for the PDP? Is it the one loyalist to Dan Obi that will bring the ticket? Or the one loyalist to governor will bring the ticket? So that one, you just automatically have that PDP is written off. So now it's your Ovia case. Whoever win the primary in APC in Ovia should just be calling himself honorable because it automatically has won. Then for the Edo Central on, with what the indices have just explained now, those ones are going to split their vote because they will not come together out of greed. The LP guy know that he cannot win. Even the same said just know he cannot win. But the PDP guy now, but now you want to just split the vote, except they come together and just collapse. Either they use one name, either they use one PDP, or they use one LP, or they use one ADC. If they collapse and give it to Sergius under ADC, there will be a little shake. But that is not to say they will stay win because the government itself will be on ground.
All right.
And you know what that thing means. If
All
you
right.
can host the SASA governance, you know the kind of power you now possess. I like that name guy when go read the results. I leave the case like that.
Interesting. Honorable, you've heard him say that might just be
Yes.
a one-way thing. People are still having doubts.
I have said it a number of times outside the studio. It's just a one way. Looking at all the explanation my brother have just put in. If the PDP here is two. And those that have, the ADNEC rule is that the person that is going to contest, whether as a governor or whatever, the paper must be signed by the national secretary and the national chairman. It is only by last week or last 2 weeks that they now accept Anyanwu as their authentic secretary.
And some are still kicking against it.
And some are still kicking against it. You see that they may even end up not having candidate. That is for PDP. The labor you talk about, the labor fashion here is even 2 or 3. The same thing. No, you see that I don't think some of the politicians, they just go into some area without looking at what we take. It's just and when you now look at the governor, right from the day he was sworn in, the mass into action. You go to the Raman Park now, you see what he's doing there by that flyover. You see some area, you see what he's doing. Look what he did about Curtis and all of that is that it's making the area to be peaceful. No, today I don't think, go to the area we are even talking about, those Central and Ovia, you don't hear any activities of any other party apart from APC. So the voters themselves know that there is confusion in PDP, there is confusion in Labour. So not why we just want to throw away his vote like that, when you now have a city government that is focused, that is ready to do one thing or the other for the people. So it's just a walkover. I don't think that is an issue to even to be debated at all. APC
okay.
will get it there.
Let's get to hear from Benjamin. Benjamin, I know you're getting feelers already about what is going on in Edo State. Come August 16, that is when people going out to the poll to vote in Edo Central and, of course, Ovia Federal Constituency. What do you have to say about that?
Okay. We shouldn't forget that before that election will happen, the judgment of Edo State governorship election will have been announced. That's the final judgment. That's one. And secondly, we'll talk about the Edo Central. The Edo Central have been how will I say, PDP have been the landlord of that particular region. So when you talk about politics, it has been for PDP for so many years, even the days of our leader of blessed memory, Chief Tony Neni, and those five local governments have been under PDP. Moduk was able to win that election because of the division that was in PDP then when Godwin Obaseki was the governor of Edo State. And he did not influence anything on any election. That's the reason why Modukbelu was able to win that seat. So we shouldn't forget about that. That politics is all about structure. We shouldn't just say because he's the governor of today and he's going to bring all his talks and bring them down there and be and distorting the election and asking people where to vote for. Yeah, the Baba at the studio also said um, or no, rather, the brother at the studio said that the governor of Edo State was able to host the South governors and all that, and we know what that means. Well, let me break it down for you. If we begin to look at things this way, I don't think we are heading anywhere. For example, you the way vast as you are right now, I see that you sound very eloquent. If I say that you are in any position tomorrow, you are contesting for any position, believe you me, and I see your profile, me personally, I will throw my weight behind you. I believe in quality, not just in quantity. I believe in people's profile who I know that they will be able to know what their people are feeling and what their people want. That these are the leaders and the type of people I want to see in the office. So when you look at the election that is coming up from the Edo Central and that of the House of Rep, it is not just it's not going to be a one way. There are still hope. I know that a lot of key members have moved on to, like the Segus have moved on to the ADC to get his ticket and all that, and some other person also going for the LP to get the ticket. Why the PDP is yet to produce their own candidate? I want us to calm down and relax. But we shouldn't just be given the narrative that it's going to be one way. This is politics, this is democracy. It's not supposed to be like that. That is the reason why you see that when you look at the federal level, I continue to say what is happening today is not supposed to be happening that. It's not supposed to be happening like that. A place where the president just says something and that is the end of it. There is no opposition in the party. You can see what they call the beautiful bill, the Donald Trump beautiful bill. Even his own party members were against it. His own party members. There are some members who voted against it. And and even the Democrat also coming forward to say, okay, some also supported the bill. You understand what I'm saying? So that is how democracy is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a one-way thing. We shouldn't just say like this and like that. Baba at the studio, please. I know. Can somebody see hear me? Am I audible enough? Hello, am I audible enough?
Benjamin,
Can,
go ahead.
can people hear me at the studio?
We can hear you loud and clear. Continue.
That's okay.
Anchor your
Yeah,
points.
like the Baba at the studio. I want you to understand that if you said Governor Modukbewolo is working, Senator Modukbewolo is working, I'm not going to argue that. But I want you to understand that the project at Ramat Park is not a state project. Can quote me anywhere. Let them come. Let them come forward. Let them come forward. Doctor, coordinate yourself now. Let them come forward and let them come forward and tell Edo people how that project was awarded. That project is not Edo State project. It's not a state. It's not a state government project. That is a federal government project. If what I'm saying there's any discrepancy in it, let the Edo State government come forward and show how that project was awarded. Because that project was flagged off in 2 days he was sworn into office. So what is the process of the awarding the project? What is the process of that? Because Obaseki never announced it. So let us keep that aside. I just want us to be clear on that. I've continued to say it, and I've continued to ask the Edo State government to come forward and tell the Edo people how the Edo State Rama Park flyover project was awarded and who is sponsoring it and where the budget is coming from. We should learn to do things like just like the Western world. We sit down one day, we just say, China is ahead of us, America is ahead of us. Yeah, these are truths, but these people learn to do things in the right way, not being sentimental, not being party blind, not being saying, oh, it is my brother that is there, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. No, these people are doing things right. Like genuine where I live, like genuine where I live, a brother can report a brother if a brother commits a crime. That is how it works. A neighbor can report a neighbor if a neighbor commits a crime. But in Nigeria, you say, everybody say, like my own be this. Let me use the case of the Tinubu of today that use the word Emiloko. Why did Tinubu use that word Emiloko? He
I
used
will
that
come
word
back to
Emiloko
you.
because
I will come back to you,
let me
Benjamin. You
anchor
just
let me
hold on, I'll
anchor with
come
this.
back to
Let
you.
me anchor with this. Let
All
me anchor
right.
with this, sir.
Yes.
Tinubu used that word Emiloko because in 2014, 13, he was the arrowhead of the APC, of the coalition. You understand? He know that it wasn't his turn. So he supported somebody that was coming from a region that a viable candidate knew that was going to win the election. That was Buhari. So the agreement was that the next election is going to be from the South South.
All right.
That is the reason why I use that word Emiloko. So
I will
let us
come to you.
not to
I
see
will
things in
come
another
back to
different
you.
direction. All right.
Thank you. Now, I would have loved to go for a break, but no, let's get to hear Andrew's reaction. There's a reason for this. Andrew, he said it's not going to be a one-way thing. He said it was like, be hopeful and be optimistic because if we should go with this kind of mentality, even though going for Nigerian politics. Now, Andrew, what do you have to say about this?
Well, there is no crime in hoping. In fact, hope is one of the evidence that one is alive. So it is very good. I like his optimism, but you see, this election is a one-way traffic. I can tell you that for sure. As we speak, APC is the only party that has gotten a candidate in Edo Central, in the person of Honorable Joe Ikpia. It was adopted at the last state working committee meeting of the APC. As for that of Via Federal Constituency, it will be decided, I think, within a week. We will know who the candidate would be. But the APC, as is usual with the party, is a party that believes in consensus, where everybody will come together and say, okay, let us do it this way, let us do it this way. But for Edo Central, it has been decided, and very soon we will go to the field for ratification. But for the Ovia Federal constituency, that hasn't been decided, and I'm sure the leaders are working around the clock to ensure that all of the aspirants come together to decide amongst themselves who is going to fly the flag of the party. And so APC is an organized party. The PDP is talking about, as I speak today, how many factions are in PDP in Edo State? Can you name them? We have the Obaseki faction, which is still there. We have the Anobi faction. And then we have others who are free thinkers, who do not believe in any faction, and they are just there. So the PDP is split into 3 or 4, different groups. And you think that party can win one word? I don't think so. Is it Labour Party, who do not have a direction as to speak, or the ADC that just came on board? Where are they going to garner the votes? So the governor himself has done so much in Edo Central. I can tell you that for free. Has done so much in Edo Central that I don't think that people in Edo Central will oppose him for any reason. I am sure they will support his candidate to emerge so that together they can team up and continue to deliver the dividends of democracy to the people. As for the project in Ramat Park, you see, when you don't have sufficient knowledge about a thing, you ask questions. Well, perhaps because of my background as a teacher, I always find it very difficult for students to conclude when you do not know. So if you know, they have no reason being in school. Well, because you do not know, that's why you came to school. So you ask questions. Don't go and fail exam because you are pretending to the lecturer that you know, whereas you don't know. If you do not know, ask questions so that you can be taught. The project in Ramat Park is entirely a brainchild of Monday Ukpebolo's administration. Monday Ukpebolo traveled to China few weeks before its inauguration, and then he sealed a contract for 4 flyovers, not one, not two, not three, 4 flyovers for those states with the CEECC company, that's a Chinese company, and
Okay.
CC. And as we speak, oh please let me land. You don't give me time. When I want to speak, you just interrupt me, and that's it. Because
Please,
you
Uncle.
give other people time. Not fair. So please let me because he has attempted to mislead the people, and I must correct it. That people will not go on with that impression that is not correct. The CEECC are in charge of Ramat Park, and then 25% upfront have been now being paid for the groundbreaking of the flyover in Sapele Road. There are other 2 flyovers that are coming. I will not disclose their location. It's not within my jurisdiction to do so. But there are other 2 flyovers that are also coming, and they are also waiting for their 25% mobilization so that they can start. But I am telling you for free, I'm not asking you, I am telling you for the benefit of Edo people that the flyovers, 4 flyovers, they are not federal projects, they are state projects. 25% for Sapele Road has been paid, and any moment from now, they are going to mobilize to site. The one in Ramat Park has commenced. In fact, if you go to Ramat Park now, it's a construction site. It is not a federal project. Obaseki never thought of any flyover. In fact, Obaseki does not know how to construct flyovers. The flyover project is entirely an Edo State project, muted by the Monte administration, and it's been executed.
You've made your point.
So let us not mislead.
You have made your point. Doc, calm down. You've made your point. Calm down. Yes, you've made your point. Thank you. Well, thank you so much. We want to go for a break, okay? You've made. We're not here to fight. We're here to analyze this. No, we have passion. We have commitment to our parties. You just name it, but come on, calm down. Everyone is giving their point. It's all about the by-election that will take place on August 16. All right? When we return after this break, we'll come back, at least let's say 5 minutes to conclude our discussion. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
TMI, every opinion counts.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. We're about to comment our descent on today's edition of This Morning on ITV. Just in 1 minute, my guests will give an advice to people going out there, yes, to vote come August 16, 2025. What advice do you have for them? In 1 minute, please. Our time is up. Let me start off with Joshua.
All right, my kind advice is you should go out and exercise your franchise and do it well and do it diligently.
All right, thank you so much, Ahmed.
I will in support of my brother Joshua. Go out and vote for the candidate of your choice, irrespective of the political party the person comes from. Vote for the person that you know can represent that your constituency or a senatorial district well. There's no need of fighting and dragging. Just go there, temperate, and go home, and leave the rest for God.
All right, Benjamin, you have your 1 minute, please. Advice. Is Benjamin there?
I'm here.
Yeah, just 1 minute.
I will start by saying what I'm saying regarding the flyover of Raman Park is holding the government accountable. That the government officials should come forward.
Benjamin, we've gone past that. We've gone past that. We've gone past that, please.
Regarding the by-election.
Better.
I want every Edo people and the Edo Central and those who will be voting from the Ovia side to go out that day and vote for their choice of candidate by not looking at the party ideology, by not looking at what they will get or being given money to vote, that they should vote for their conscience and vote for the interest of their constituency. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much. Andrew, are you there for your last line? Okay, so we're having an issue with Andrew's connectivity. So, Honorable, you want to give us the last advice on this particular discussion?
Thank you very much. I align with my colleagues.
Yeah.
Just to add that every political party, no matter what we have said here, bring out a credible candidate. If you bring out a credible candidate, you are sure of getting the election.
All right, you've heard them. Bring out a credible candidate. Go out there to vote. No need to fight. August 16, we'll be going out there to vote. We'll be here to monitor and tell you what we transpire. Don't be afraid. Whether you're in ADC, LP, PDP, APC, bring out someone. We'll do it again some other time. Bye for now.